4. I'm gonna try to make a track using only painting supplies. What if I do it with a brush, so it sounds like a brushed floor tom? Let's try to improvise something. I'm gonna try with what if what I can do with this to make it good. It's a bit too loud. I just realized we don't have a snare. Okay. I'm gonna use a flute. Try to improvise something. 2, 3, 4. Cool. It's like when I take the brush stroke on the canvas, it kind of leads into the snare, which is kind of cool. It gives you this reverse snare effect. It's pretty cool. It's pretty subtle, you know. I'm talking about this, by the way. You know. That's really cool. I think I have to like cut this quite a lot, so I wonder where this will take me. You know, instead of editing, I could just re-record it, but now so far that it doesn't make a difference. See, this is why I like to write using improvisation, because there's a bunch of little happy accidents that happen, and then you build around those, and you get something that you would never think of, you know? It's amazing. So now we got this rhythm section, which does really interesting things. Well, I can cheat and use real instruments. I'm gonna make a bass using a melodica. How does that sound? The lowest note in melodica is this. No bass whatsoever. If I pitch it down an octave or two, we'll see what can happen. Add it in a, in a bass amp. I'm just gonna try to do something. I'm gonna put it on top because I like to organize my. Actually, why didn't I do this earlier? Let me first organize these by color, because I have a feeling there's gonna be a lot of tracks in here. I'm gonna try to cut this out as well. It doesn't work for me. I think it's important to keep asking yourself, does this sound good to me? And the things that don't, just throw them out. But sometimes it's cool to keep them in and see what you can build around them to make it sound better, you know? It depends on the situation. I think there's gonna be a lot of cutting here. In the future, I'm gonna try to challenge myself to do everything in one take, no cutting, no editing. I'm not there yet. I'm gonna try to re-record the big finish. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. That works. It's a bit more silent than the one because I was further away from the microphone. But that doesn't matter right now. I'm not gonna focus on the technical details because the point of this is to get the idea out. If we put a pitch pedal in front of this, and a pitch shifter, with no fine tuning, and just course it down 12 semitones. See how that sounds. I'm gonna leave the top sound, the original sound in. Okay, now it's doing it to my voice. Okay, what else can we do? Okay. Don't want to ruin the painting of it. It's gonna add new track. Duplicate. Like it's really hard doing like this, switching between instruments all the time. So I'm gonna have to work on that. 2, 3, 4. Okay. This is fun. I'm gonna raise it up an octave. Maybe 2 octaves even. That just sounds odd. That's okay. So I just removed the bass frequencies in this. So before and after, before, after. I think this is too much. This. Just gonna try to mute it. It does sound better without the palette thingy, but I really want it in because it has a really cool sound. So I'm gonna redo it. I'm just gonna do one hit at a time. I'm not gonna do the. Okay, just gonna improvise. We'll see what happens. 2, 3, 4. That's more like it. Cool. Okay, I turned everything a little bit down because I'm expecting to add a lot more tracks. In the future, if I decide to work on this idea more, I'll probably multi-track stuff. That's really cool to do when you take one instrument, record the same part 2 or more times, maybe pan them differently so they get this wider, bigger, thicker sound. I'm not going to focus on that because that's the production type of stuff. I'm not producing right now. I am spilling out ideas. So this, hopefully it works. So let's see here. Sounds pretty cool. I noticed that if I want to get something out of this sound spectrum, I'm first trying to turn it down a bit, because what I just did, you know, with that scratching sound on the canvas I just did. If I completely remove it, it's just a bit empty. Then, if I turn it down quite a lot, actually, it adds that little detail, very solid detail in the back, which kind of, it kind of puts everything together in a nice groove. I know this isn't perfect. The actual groove is a little bit off, but it's something. And I'm actually thinking of removing this melodica or changing the sound of it. Let's see what we can do with it. I don't actually like it. Okay, I'm gonna try to use a different pitch. Let's see. Can glue items together so it forms one track, and now I can pitch it down here. So the whole track is pitched down. Let's see if I can pitch it down even more. I'm gonna compress the fuck out of it. Okay, so now we have a groove that we can build on top of. And now I can just go crazy with the harmony and everything. I may change the bass and everything. I might add a piano, I might add the guitar. I'm gonna get back to you and see how that goes. I added some organ and bass guitar, as well as some more body percussion like claps and stuff. It sounds, it's going somewhere. I think I'm gonna leave it at here, maybe add a melody, but here is how it sounds. 2, 3, 4. my